Yo, what up? Eusebius here, back at it again with another video, and I am what the medical field would call psychotic. That does not mean I'm dangerous, that does not mean I'm violent, but it does mean I exist in a state known as psychosis. Psychosis is a disconnect from reality. Essentially, I experience things and, at times, believe things that are not based in reality, among a lot of other symptoms, but the one that people mainly like to hear about is the more flashy hallucinations or, you know, whether that be visual or auditory or tactile or olfactory, whatever it is, people seem to really enjoy strange stories about hallucinations. So, I would like to take you through another series that I call The Horror of Mental Illness, where I take a certain idea or concept or feeling or symptom and I turn it into a piece of art. And this series is different from Art of the Mentally Ill because this series is a little bit more based in horror. I like to take things that seem that are subjectively different for each person, but we can all agree that it would be something that sounds like it would be part of a horror movie or a horror novel or something, or like a horror game. So I like to take those aspects in my life that have affected me, turn it into a piece of art that conceptually is based in a sense of horror. So without further ado, let's get into the art. This is what I like to call the one in red. Why the one in red? Well, if you take a closer look, I do have goldish, brownish, I want to say scribbles on the side going all the way down, and then red on the other side. I like to call this the one in red because this particular drawing represents what I feel as anxiety. So, if you know about me, you know that I not only have a psychotic disorder, but I have two anxiety disorders. And that is what I would like to call no, that is what I would like to base this drawing off of. When I feel those anxiety thoughts, those intrusive thoughts, it's as if I get tunnel vision and everything goes red, and it feels like everything is focused on that one thing. One of my anxiety disorders is OCD, and OCD has been one of the strangest concept I had to grasp while I was in my second stay in the mental hospital. I was in the mental hospital for various different reasons, for various different disorders, but I came out having a lot of knowledge about what OCD is. Essentially, I wanted to encompass the fear. Oh, sorry if you can hear me scratching. I wanted to encompass the fear that you feel when those OCD thoughts don't go away, the stress, the anxiety, the mental pain that runs through your head. I wanted to encompass that by showing a very, very grim looking face, a face that is deprived of nutrients, a face that looks like it had the soul sucked out of it, a face with horrible missing teeth and sunken in eyes, just like my hallucinations, except this is a feeling and not a thing I'm perceiving with my eyes. I wanted to take that idea of anxiety and turn it into something that portrays that as a thing, as an object, personify it. And over here is what I would like to call the drawback. So, when my OCD thoughts when my OCD thoughts affect me, because they pretty much appear constantly throughout the whole day, and it's really hard to just ignore it. So, I would like to call this one over here the drag. I think I said I have a bunch of different names for each of these, but they all circulate around one concept. Although I do change the names a lot, but this is what I like to call the drag, because when you ignore those feelings, it feels like you're being dragged down. It feels like your legs are made of lead. It feels like your arms are chained to the ground and you can't stand up, and you are fighting against whatever is holding you down, and that thing that's holding you down are the thoughts that won't go away. And I wanted to personify that. I wanted to show that over here. This wavy... I imagined gasoline, and I kind of wanted to base this around gasoline. And same thing over here. Although you can't really see it because I did some shading over here to get some little bit of dimension. But yeah, that is this drawing, the one in red. I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble on for a couple minutes. Oh wait, I haven't explained this. This is what I would like to call the gold, which is one side of the equation. When you take those OCD thoughts and you do what they ask, in the end, you get this relief, this release from that anxiety. That's what I like to call the gold. And over here is the red, which is the pain that you experience because, well, you're not doing what the OCD thought is telling you to do. So I hope you all enjoyed. I have a lot more art to show, but this is just one that I threw together this morning, and I just wanted to make a video about it because I think it's very interesting. So, I hope you all enjoyed. Again, I keep saying that, and I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, shoots. A hui ho malama poro.